Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to Blenora Fashion Line. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, we'll be learning how to make a bustier. Let's dive right into today's tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. As you can see on my table right now, I have drafted a rectangular shape. So this is a rectangular shape, and then this is 20 by 17. I have 20 and I have 17. 20 by 17. And how did I come about this measurement? How did I come about 20 by 17? My bust is 36, waist 29, shoulder 15, bust point is 10, the under bust we are working with is 13, the bust span we are working with is 8. So these are the major measurements we need in today's tutorial. How was I able to get this rectangular shape? Looking at my bust, the round circumference measurements now which we have here, which are basically bust and waist measurements. We have bust 36 and waist 29, and my bust is the highest, which is 36. So I divided it into 2. We have 18 and I added 2 inches. So that's why this is how I was able to get 20 inches here. 20 inches here. And then for here, the highest longitudinal measurement, which is talking about the length, that is from my shoulder to my bust point, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist. The longitudinal measurement, the highest is my half length, and the half length we are working with is 17. And remember, the front and back half length are not equal. The back half length is 15.5. 15.5. Let me go through this again. How was I able to get this rectangular shape? Now, this rectangular shape, we have the vertical and we have the horizontal measurement. And the horizontal measurement is about the round circumference measurement, which we have the bust and waist. And the bust is 36, the waist is 29. You go for the highest measurement, and the highest measurement is the bust, which is 36. I divided it into 2. So if your waist is the highest measurement, you go for your waist measurement. You divide it into 2, which will have, my bust is 36 divided by 2. We have 18. We added 2 inches to it, and that is 20. Now, talking about the vertical measurement here, how was I able to get it? I looked at the vertical measurement, and vertical measurements are the shoulder to hip, shoulder to waist, shoulder to bust point, shoulder to half length. I hope you understand that. So now I did 17 by 20 and I divided it into 2. I hope this is established. I hope you understand it. Now let's go into the main tutorial. After that, let us draft all the vertical measurements. We have the bust point. The bust point is 10 here, so I'm going to be marking 10. The bust point is 10. The back half length is 15.5. The back half length is 15.5. So I'll be marking 15.5 here. After doing this, then we need to get the chest line. And in order to get the chest line, the formula is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. The bust is 36 divided by 6 is 6 plus 1.5. We have 7.5. And then we had 1 inch for shoulder slant. So we have 8.5. Remember, you had 1 inch, which serves as the shoulder slant. So we have 8.5. So here, this segment, this 10 inches segment is the back. So this is the back and this is the front. Remember, our front and back half length are not the same. So this is the back, this is the front. So the next thing is, let's impute the shoulder measurement. The shoulder is 15 divided by 2. We have 7.5. We have 7.5. I'm going to be doing the same for the front. 7.5 and 7.5. So we have been able to do this. The next step is to mark the shoulder slant. For the back, you slant your shoulder by 1 inch. For the front, slant your shoulder by 1.5 and have marked that. So the next thing is to take the standard neck width. The standard neck width for adults is 3 inches, and then you connect it. You do the same for the front, 3, and you connect. I hope you got this. So after doing this, let us take our dart. Before we take our dart, we need to tighten the back. The reason why we have to tighten the back, the center back, is to avoid zipper bulge. So I'll tighten my back by 0.75. So I'll come down here at the center back by 3 inches and I'll connect it here. Let's take the dart. You make use of your bust pan. Bust pan is 8. Divide it into 2. We have 4. So I'm going to be marking it this way for the front. And then you connect. You take it from your bust point, and then here what I always do is, please note, from this place where we tighten, let me call it point B, that we tighten, I'll take my dart, which is 4. Don't forget. So it means I'll now measure what we have here. That is 4.75. So I'll come to my bust point line and mark 4.75, and I'll connect. So after this, we take our dart. I opened my dart by 0.75 on both sides. 0.75 on both sides, and I connect like so. Also do the same for the front. 0.75. So now we have been able to take our dart. The next thing is to just impute the measurement. The bust is 36 divided by 4. We have 9. So you mark. I'll do the same here. Okay, when I'm taking my measurement, when I'm about to take the measurement, I'll take the measurement from point A, not point C. And just like I was saying here, I'll take my dart. Now I'm talking about dart. I want you to see it clearly. From point B, I marked my 4 here, and then 4.75, and then I came here, marked 4.75, ruled it down, and did my dart. I hope you understand me. So now let's take the bust measurement here, 9 from point A, as I said earlier, and then the waist is 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. I'll mark it. Remember, I'm marking my 7.25 from point B, as I showed you earlier, and then I'll mark don't forget this dart, we have to return it back. So I'm going to mark it and then connect. So I'll do the same for the front. I'll mark 7.25, and then I'll mark my 1.5, and I'll connect together. Yes. So let's come here now to the chest line, the upper chest line. What do you do? I'll measure what we have here. Remember, the chest line is 7.5, and that's what we have here. I'll divide it into 2. We have 3.75. I'll come here, 3.75. So at the front, I'll go in by 0.5. At the back, I'll go in by 0.25. So what I'll do is to just connect it this way for the, remember, the front 0.5, the back 0.25. And why? The reason is because our back is you can see that your back is broader than the front. So our back is broader than the front. So that is why here we did 0.25 and here we did 0.5. So I'll connect it to my chest line here, like so. I'll also connect it to my chest line, like so. So the next step now is to mark our bust dart. Is to take our bust dart. So whenever you are taking your bust dart, please note, you will see this line here, you will see this line, you see this line. So your bust dart must be along your front seam line, along your front seam line, along your first, and the bust dart is the difference between the front half length and back half length. And if you measure it here, we have 1.5. So I'll bring the 1.5 here and I'll connect like so. And that's all. I hope you got that. The next step is to mark our standard neck depth for the front, which is 3, and you connect the standard neck depth for the back, is 1. So what we actually just did here is the basic bodice block, which is the half scale. What we just did here is the basic bodice block, half scale. So the next step now is to alter this into a bustier. We will alter it into a bustier. And how do we do that? The first step is you mark the under bust measurement, and the under bust measurement we are working with is 13. I hope you're following me and I hope you understand. So it's 13. So you only mark your under bust measurement at the front. You mark your under bust measurement at the front. So the next step now, you need 2 measurements. You actually need 2 measurements, and these 2 measurements are, you need the cleavage depth, and you need the cup height. So this cleavage depth is, you take the measurement from your collarbone to where you want how deep you want your bustier. It's just like if you are making a tube gown, a tube blouse, how deep do you want your tube gown? So that's what I'm talking about. And then for the cup height means how covered do you want it? So you take the measurement from your under bust, you begin it from, you take it to from the under bust up. So you take it from the under bust up to how covered you want it to be. So in this case, I'll be using cleavage depth of 5 and then cup height of 7.5. Cup height, and I'll show you in the diagram now. So what I'm actually trying to say about this cup height is you take it from this under bust now, and then let's say you want it 7. See now, mine is 7.5. So this is what I'm talking about. Mine is 7.5, and the cleavage depth is from this collarbone down. The cleavage depth is from the collarbone here. Let's say this is the person you are measuring. Just let's assume. So the cleavage depth is from this collarbone down. That's 5. I'm using 5. And the cup height is from the under bust. You take it from the person's under bust to how covered you want it to be. So this is my let's mark it now. This is 5. I'm using 5. I'm just going to mark it, make it straight line. I'm using 5 here. Can you see the 5? So this is the 5. And this is the 7.5. So did you see that? So what I'll do is to just mark the 7.5. So I'll mark the 7.5. And draw a straight line. So I've marked it, and then this is my 5. So what I'll do is I'll just draw a particular shape I want, so which will come here down. So because I want my cup to be covered to this extent, so I'm just going to do it this way. I'm just following my, can you see? I've been able to draw a particular curve I think I like. Down, and then when you enters back into the armhole. Can you see that? So I've been able to draw a particular shape I want. The next step now is to measure your shoulder slant and then divide it into 2. After dividing it into 2, you mark your shoulder. What we're actually taking is the shoulder dart. So you mark it this way. So after marking it this way, then you tighten the over bust. So this place is called the over bust. So we tighten it. I'll tighten mine by 0.75. I'll draw a straight line back. Remember, I tighten it by 0.75 and then draw a straight line. So I hope you are following me. So after drawing the straight line, let's tighten. No, this is the over bust. We have tightened the over bust. Then let's tighten the under bust. So to tighten the under bust, you mark 0.5 here. I'll be marking 0.5 here. Please, in case you need a detailed information on how to tighten your under bust, kindly check the video in the description box. I already tagged the video in the description box. I did a well-detailed video on how you can tighten your under bust. So please watch it. So I'll do 0.5 here, and I'll come here. Remember when I'm taking the dart of 0.5 from here, this dart leg here, this dart line rather, this dart line, and 0.5 from this dart line, and 1.25 rather, please, 1.25 from this dart line, 0.5 from this dart line. So what I'll do is to just take my ruler, and then just please note how I've been able to I'm using my ruler. Please note it. This is very important. And the reason is because if you do it this way, you will eliminate every kind of puff that can arise. So I've been able to do that. So I'll just come here and then also draw a not so slanted, please be careful, not so slanted line. And then at my waist, the dart leg here, I'll just mark 0.5 and then I'll connect it like so, and also connect it back to this dart leg. So the 0.5 that is taken here, this 0.5, the 0.5 intake here, we have to add it back. We have to add it back. So I'm going to be drawing another line, which I'll connect back to the chest line. So I hope you all understand me. I hope you understand me. So the next step now is to fold this place. So the reason why this is, we want to throw our darts. And the reason why we are doing this is to avoid one getting longer than the other one. This is just to avoid one dart getting longer than the other one. So remember what I did? This dart line here, this one, this dart line, I'm going to be folding it, which I've done, towards and place. See, I hope you can see. So and now right now, let me do my paper like this. I hope you can see this. I want you to see. So I'm folding it like so. See, and then, so if you can see, you would see that this is actually longer. Did you see that? This line here is longer, so that's why you have to through your dart. You would see that this line is longer. So what I'll do is I'll take my tracing wheel, and then, but before I do that, I have to redraw. So it means I'm going to be doing it this way now. Ensure they meet together, and then just redraw. Can you see? And then I'll take my tracing wheel and connect it together. So I've been able to trace it now. So, and then I'll just follow the trace line like so. So you can see I've been able to redraw it. I hope you understand. Please ask me questions in the comment section. So now we are done. The next step now is this 0.7, so that this yoke will not be longer in case you want to put yoke in yours, in case you want to use your yoke. So we have to add 0.75 back here. So I'm going to be adding it back. So what I'll just do is to see. So what I'll do is this. After marking it, I will now just ensure I avoid curved, too much curve, and then just connect it back. Remember, I've added that 0.75, so I'll connect it back. So let's come to the back. So for the back now, I'll measure what I have here. At this line here, I have like 2.125. So I'll come here, I'll mark 2.125. So I'll draw whatever shape I want. So let's say I just want this shape. I think this is my favorite shape right now. So let's say this is the shape I'm going for. let's say this is the shape I'm going for. So what you can do is, and then I hope you are following me for the back now. I'll just make a slight hole here, and that's all. So this is what I'm going for width for the back. So, and then another thing I'll just do is to extend. I'll extend this dart up a little bit to this line, and then take 0.25 on both sides, which is 0.5. So I'll be taking 0.25 on both sides, and then I'll connect it here like so. I hope you're following me. Can you see? So I've been able to work on the back. I've been able to work on the back. The next thing is I'll just return one of these back here. So I'll return one. You don't need to do this if you are working with a stretchy tool, fabric. You don't need to do this, but in case you are using, but most times for your yoke, most times is usually tool or something, so you have to just return that one of it back, just like I did for the front. So I'm returning one back, and then I'll just, you don't need to, if you are working with a stretchy fabric, to stretch back. So taking this would not affect your bust measurement at all. It won't affect it. It won't affect it. So the next step now is to just take the back. So let's just go for this one, and then I don't like doing a deep this thing for the back, so let's just leave it at 1 inch. Let's leave it at 1 inch, and then I'll connect. So for the front, I'll also layer 1 here, and I think I'll also leave it this way. I'll just come down a little bit. So to avoid neck gaping, I'll take 0.5 here. To avoid gaping at the neckline, I'll take 0.5 here, and I'll connect. So I hope you are following me. After doing this, then you can, if you are going to be using a yoke, after doing all this, if you are going to be putting a yoke, then you have to tighten your yoke. You have to tighten it you divide 0.75, so that will be 0.375 on both sides, which I just did here. 0.37. That is if you are going to be putting your yoke. So I'll tighten my yoke just to give it a sweet fit at the yoke. I want to say thank you so much for watching. In case you are interested in learning how I'll be cutting this pattern, please watch out for my video. I'll be showing you how you can cut this pattern, how you can pad it and make a beautiful style. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice time. Bye. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I remain Blessing Banjo. You can follow me on my other channels: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Lenora Fashion Line. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video with your friends. Have a nice time. Bye.